Peace and blessings. How you doing? Father Augustino here. Today is Wednesday of the fourth week of Lent, and this is your daily meditation. We're taking this from John chapter 9, verses 8 to 12. The gospel says, "The neighbors and those who had seen him before as a beggar said, 'Is not this the man who used to sit and beg?' Some said, 'It is he.' Others said, 'No, but he is like him.' He said, 'I am the man.' They said to him, 'Then how were your eyes opened?' He answered, 'The man called Jesus made clay and anointed my eyes and said to me, Go to Siloam and wash. So I went and washed and received my sight.' They said to him, 'Where is he?' He said, 'I do not know.'" My brothers and sisters, I remember one time we were in New York and, downtown around by Soho. We were invited to this church where there was, in the hall, there was going to be a reception it was a Catholic cultural event. And we were just there, brothers, just kind of like outside. And it was a Saturday night and there was all these people walking by. And this guy walked by with his, beautiful girlfriend. He had an entourage and he just stopped and he just looked at us and he said, "What are you guys?" We're just like, "Well, we're brothers, we're Franciscan, and, we pray." Like, "What do you guys do? Why do you guys dress this way?" And we went through the whole explanation. And then he just wanted to continue to ask us questions. And his questions got deeper and deeper. He says, but are you really happy? And we were like, Yes, we are. And his friend, I'll never forget it. His friend was like, "Yo, come on. He's like, "No, just leave me alone. I want to ask him some questions." And his friend pulled him really hard. "Come on." And I looked over. There's these two beautiful girls waiting for them. Didn't take a rocket scientist to know what one of the guys was hoping for. And then the guy he was pulling off his jacket. He just pulled it back. "Leave me alone. I told you I want to talk to these guys." There was something in his voice. There was something about it that was like him saying, "What I'm doing isn't enough. Shouldn't you support that?" But that's the case so many times. You would think that, after we begin to do the right thing, after we begin to follow God, after we begin to kind of try to live the right way, you would think that they would have a parade for us. And they would say "Great job, good stuff, we're waiting for you." But in fact, many times the opposite is true. Many times, that's when it gets harder. I have so many people that say, "Yo, Father, how come following God is harder than following the world? How come it's easier to be on the streets than it is to be with God?" And it's true. And my answer to them is you know what? The devil's not going to come after you if you're on his side. But as soon as you start to draw away, then he tries to mess with you. Then he tries to get you. You can't let the devil win. This is what I say. I remember one time we got a knock at the door in the Bronx, and a brother came and looked for me. I still kind of wonder why, of all the brothers, they looked for me. But they looked for me, and his brother, can you talk to this guy at the door?" "Yeah, sure." And so this guy, tattoos all over, was at the door. He had this thirsty look about his eyes. And I got to the door and I said, "Yeah, how can I help you?" And he just looked at me and he said, "I need you to give me money to get a tattoo." And I said, "You got my attention, bro. Sit down, because at least I'm going to hear the rest of this story." And then it hit me. I had seen him before. I went to a Catholic convention that was just down the street in the Bronx. And I was hearing confessions, and I saw this young man standing right before me, going up to the stage in an altar call, falling on his knees and being prayed over by the preacher. And here he was in our friary, and I said, "What's going on?" He said, "Yo, I've been in the gang life, And let me tell you something, the gang takes care of you. When I was in the gang, I had everything I wanted. I had everything I needed. But the second that I gave my life to God, I went to my gang and I said, I'm out. And they had to go send word back to the headquarters. And the word came that they would let me go, because in some gangs, there exists this provision where if you give your life to God, they'll let you go without a blood out. Anyway, and they said, but the only thing they said is I have to come to a meeting with my numbers erased. And then he showed me right here, all Wakanda style, that this is where they had the mark of his gang. And I said, and so what do you want a tattoo for? I have to tattoo over this. And I asked, when's the meeting? He said, tonight. And I asked, so you have to have this done right now? And he said, yeah. I didn't ask him what would happen if he didn't, because I knew. My brothers and sisters, shouldn't there have been a parade on Fifth Avenue for this gang member coming to the Lord? But everywhere he turned, there was a door that was shut. It's a little bit like this blind man. You know, he had just been healed, and all these doors were being shut in front of him. The people who should have been receiving him were the very ones who were shutting him out. Brothers and sisters, in these days, we have an opportunity to see our brother that was blind and now can see, and welcome him. Maybe you're the one who is just going through a conversion, and maybe you're a little scandalized and a little hurt by the church. Follow Jesus anyway. Maybe you're the one who is receiving people in, and right now it's really easy to turn people away. Find a way to continue to help, because we need to welcome those blind men who are receiving their sight. Remember, grace is flowing right now. Oh, you think just because we don't have Mass open to the public that grace isn't flowing? Trust me, my brothers and sisters, grace is flowing now more than ever. Let us live this grace. The people that we come in contact with responsibly, wisely, social distancingly, that's a new word, but still Christ-like way, continue to look for that blind man that's recovered his sight. This is Father Agostino. We'll see you tomorrow in your daily meditation. Peace.